Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, with translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad. And we're reading from the Madhya-lila, chapter 15, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya offers prashadam. Okay. I'll begin with verse number 92. Ita bole ragavere koil alingane emata samanila sarvabhakta gane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then mercifully embraced Raghava Pandit. The Lord also offered all the other devotees a farewell with similar respect. So Mahaprabhu is saying goodbye to the devotees who have come for the Chaturmasya, and they're all returning to Bengal. And he's mentioned the 4 places where Mahaprabhu always is present, and that's in his feature of Avirbhav, his feature that he appears before the devotees, although not seen by everyone. So the first place is where Nityananda Prabhu is dancing. Mahaprabhu is always there. The second place is where Srivas Thakur, Srivas Sangam, where he's having his kirtans. Mahaprabhu appears there. The third place is where Mother Sachi is offering food to Nimai. Mahaprabhu appears there to satisfy his mother. And the fourth place is where Raghava Pandit is doing deity worship, his very special deity worship. Although he has so many coconut trees, he buys coconuts from a distant place, which are very special, and offers them to his deities. And he does that with all kinds of fruits, although, he's very, very, very careful and very, very devotional, Raghava Pandit, on his deity worship. So Mahaprabhu is always there, those 4 places. So we just read this verse. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then mercifully embraced Raghava Pandit. The Lord also offered all the other devotees a farewell with similar respect. Shivananda Sene Kohe Korea Saman Vasudeva Datter Tumi Korea Samaran. The Lord also respectfully told Shivananda Sen, take care of Vasudeva Datta very nicely. Paramudara Eho Jai Dina Jayaishe Se Dine Vyayakore Nahi Rake Seshe. Vasudeva Datta is very liberal. Every day, whatever income he receives, he spends. He does not keep any balance. Grihasta hoyena iho chahiye sanchai na koile kutumba barana nahi hoy. Being a householder, Vasudeva Datta needs to save some money. Because he is not doing so, it is very difficult for him to maintain his family. I've always thought before that Vasudeva Datta, the way he spends so liberally and he doesn't budget himself, it always reminded me of Shrutashrava, because Shrutashrava was very generous. He would give money to the devotees, always give donation to the temple, and was very liberal in his spending. He would spend money on anything, like on computers or this or that. He didn't worry about tomorrow, that was the point, something like Vasudeva Datta. And he used to let people stay at his house. So one time I said to the devotees, well, Shrutashrava, he would give the shirt off his back. And then Radhika said, "You mean Srila Shava would give the shirt off my mother's back?" But anyway, it was like that. Mahaprabhu says, Vasudeva Datta is very liberal. Every day, whatever income he receives, he spends. He does not keep any balance. Being a householder, Grihasta hoyana iho, chahiye sanchai, vanchayana koile katumba, varana nahi hoy. Being a householder, Vasudeva Datta needs to save some money. Because he is not doing so, it is very difficult for him to maintain his family. And as I was saying about Srila, he's the one person who I had some confidence that when he spoke, he could adequately represent the Siddhanta. I didn't think that about everybody else, but I did have some appreciation that he knew he could cite the Shastra. Yahara garera ayabhyaha sab tomarastane sarakela hayatumi korea samadhane. Please take care of Vasudeva Datta's family affairs. Become his manager and make the proper adjustments. He's saying to Shivananda Sen, the party leader, take care of Vasudeva Datta and his family. Prativarshe amara sab bhakta ganaloya gundichaya asive samai palana korea. Come every day and bring all my devotees with you to the Gundicha festival. I also request you to maintain all of them. Kolina gramere kohe samana korea pradyabda ashibe jatrai patadore loya. The Lord then, with great respect, extended an invitation to all the inhabitants of Kolinagram, asking them to come every year and bring silken rope to carry Lord Jagannath during the Ratha Yatra festival. Gunaraj Khan Koila Sri Krishna Vijay Taha Ek Vakya Tara Ache Prema Moy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, Gunaraj Khan of Kulinagram compiled a book named Sri Krishna Vijay, in which there is a sentence revealing the author's ecstatic love of Krishna. Nanda Nandana Krishna Mora Prananat Evake Vikarinu Tara Vamsharahat. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. By this statement, I am sold into the hands of the descendants of Gunaraj Khan, who had written this phrase, Nanda Nandana Krishna Mora Prananath. Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. The full verse referred to here is Ek Bhave Manda Hari Joda Korihat Nanda Nandana Krishna Mora Prananat. With folded hands I offer my prayers unto Krishna, Nanda Maharaj's son, who is my life and soul. Tomara ki kata tomar gramera kukur semora priya anya jana rahudur. To say nothing of you, even a dog living in your village is very dear to me. What then to speak of others? Tabe Ramanandara Satyarajakan Prabhura Charane Kichu Hoila Nibedan. After this, Ramananda Basu and Satyaraj Khan both submitted questions at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Grihasta Vishayami Ki Mora Sadhane Sri Mukhe Agyakora Prabhu Nivedi Charane. Satyaraj Khan said, My dear Lord, being a householder and a materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. I therefore submit myself unto your lotus feet and request you to give me orders. Prabhu Kohan, Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Sevan, Nirantara Kora Krishna Nama Sankirtan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, without cessation, continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and his devotees, the Vaishnavas.
Maharaj, may I close?
Yeah. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, without cessation, continuing chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and his devotees, the Vaishnavas. So Mahaprabhu says, do Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Seva, Nirantara Kora Krishna Nama Sankirtan. Serve the Lord, serve the Vaishnavas, and always chant the holy name. So this is Krishna Seva, or serve the Vaishnavas and chant the holy name. And the other point Mahaprabhu gave is Jiva Doya, is to be kind or give some mercy to the Jiva souls. Satya Raj Bole Vaishnava Chaniva Kimone Se Vaishnava Kaha Tara Samanya Lakane. Upon hearing this, Satyaraj said, how can I recognize a Vaishnava? Please let me know what a Vaishnava is. What are his common symptoms? Prabhu kohe jara muke shuni ek bar Krishna nama say puja shrestha sabakar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. So Mahaprabhu in this year and in successive years, he will define in different ways what is the Vaishnava, because he gives an understanding of all the different classes of Vaishnava. So the first, when they first say, okay, chant always the holy name and serve the Vaishnavas, who is a Vaishnava? And then Mahaprabhu says, anyone who's chanted the holy name one time is a Vaishnava. So what he's referring to here is what we would say, like Kanishthadikari, somebody who is beginning Vaishnava, you should serve that Vaishnava. One who has chanted the holy name one time. Whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. And then, Ek Krishna Name Kore Sarva Papa Koi Nava Vida Bhakti Purna Namal Hoiti Hoi. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna once, a person is relieved from all the reactions of a sinful life. One can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name. And this is all true. Of course, you have to have quality in the chanting of your holy name. You can't be making offenses to the holy name. You have to chant with purity. Dika Purascharya Vidhi Apeka Nakore Jiva Sparshe Achandala Sabare Udare. One does not have to undergo initiation or execute abilities required before initiation. One simply has to vibrate the holy name with his lips. Thus, even a man in the lowest class, Chandala, can be delivered. So what does it mean that one does not need initiation? What this refers to is one doesn't have to go through a fire sacrifice and become a Brahmin and all this. The first initiation is called Harinam Diksha. And so what it means is, if you get the holy name from a Vaishnava, even if you don't undergo the process of initiation and fire sacrifice and purification like that of a Brahmin, just by chanting the holy name, you've received from Gurudev the holy name, that's enough, if you can do that purely. So you don't have to go through all the rituals and everything, but you have to receive the holy name and chant the holy name. Daka Purascharya Vidi Upekana Kore Jiva U Sparshe Achandala Sabare Udare. So somebody says, well, what does it mean you don't have to take initiation? Well, there's no fire sacrifice and all the big formalities of initiation for receiving the holy name, for Harinam Diksha. Simply one sits there and hears the holy name from the spiritual master, and then one is able to chant the holy name, and that will be enough for one's life if one can do that purely. One does not have to undergo initiation or execute the sacrifices required before initiation. One simply has to vibrate the holy name with his lips. Thus, even a man in the lowest class, Chandala, can be delivered. Dika Purascharya Vidi Apekana Kore Jivas Varshe Achandala Sabare Udare. Anusanga Fale Kore Samsarera Ka Chitta Akarshiya Karaya Krishna Premodoi. So Ramana Satyaraj Khan and Ramananda, what is it? They'll ask these questions every year, and Mahaprabhu gives different answer to understand the different classes or categories of Vaishnava. This is Satyaraj Khan is asking this. Anusanga Fale Kore Samsarera Kai Chitta Karshya Koraya Krishna Premodoi. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one dissolves his entanglement in material activities. After this, one becomes very much attracted by Krishna, and thus dormant love for Krishna is awakened. Akrishte Krita Chetasam Sum Manasam Ucha Dhanam Chamasam Achandalam Amogha Loka Sulabho Vashascha Muktishriya No Diksham Nacha Satkriyam Nacha Purascharyam Anag Ikshate Mantroyam Rasana Sprig Eva Valati Shri Krishna Namat Makaha. The holy name of Lord Krishna is an attractive feature for many saintly liberal people. It is the annihilator of all sinful reactions and is so powerful that save for the dumb who cannot chant it, it is readily available to everyone, including the lowest type of man. Well, this means, dumb means you can't speak, so saying, except for those persons, everyone can chant the holy name. But even, we will say, even someone who can't speak can still chant the holy name in his or her mind. So, the holy name of Lord Krishna is an attractive feature for many saintly liberal people. It is an annihilator of all sinful reactions and is so powerful that save for the dumb who cannot chant it, it is readily available for everyone, including the lowest type of man. Ate Vajaramuke Ek Krishna Nam Seta Vaishnava Koriya Tahara Saman. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then finally advised, one who is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is understood to be a Vaishnava. Therefore, you should offer all respects to him. In his Upadeshamrita, Srila Rupa Goswami states, Krishneti Yasya Giritam Manasadriyeta Dikshati Chet Pranatib Tibischa Bhajanantamisham. An advanced devotee should respect a person who has been initiated by a bona fide spiritual master and who is situated on the transcendental platform, chanting the holy name with faith and obeisances and offering and following the instructions of the spiritual master. Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur comments that serving Vaishnavas is most important for householders. Whether a Vaishnava is properly initiated or not is not a subject for consideration. One may be initiated and yet contaminated by the Mayavad philosophy, but a person who chants the holy name of the Lord offenselessly will not be contaminated. A properly initiated Vaishnava may be imperfect, but one who chants the holy name of the Lord offenselessly is all perfect. Although he may apparently be a neophyte, he still has to be considered a pure, unalloyed Vaishnava. It is the duty of the householder to offer respects to such an unalloyed Vaishnava. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. So as I said before, this is the first category of Vaishnavas, and each year they will ask the same question, and Mahaprabhu will give the answer differently, defining who is a Kanishtadhikari, or a beginning devotee, who is a Madhyamadhikari, or an intermediate devotee, and who is an Uttamadhikari, the highest devotee. So he'll give what is the definition. But right now, Mahaprabhu is saying anybody who chants the holy name one time should be worshipped and seen as a Vaishnava. Kandera Mukundadas Sri Raghunandana Sri Naraharaye Mukhya Tinjan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then turned his attention to three persons, Mukundadas, Raghunandana, and Sri Narahari, inhabitants of the place called Kanda. Mukundadas Share Puche Sachira Nandan Tumi Pita Putra Tomar Sri Raghunandana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi, next asked Mukundadas, "You are the father and your son is Raghunandana? Is that so?" Kiva Raghunandana Pita Tumi Tara Tanai Nilachaya Korea Kaha Joka Samshai. Or is Srila Raghunandana your father and you are his son? Please let me know the facts so that my doubts will go away. So Mukunda is the father, Raghunandana is his son. But Mahaprabhu asked Mukunda, are you the father and Raghunandana is the son? Or is Raghunandana the father and you're his son? Because there's a reason for Mahaprabhu's questions. Mukunda kohe Raghunandana mora pita hoy. Amitara putra e amara nisjoy. Mukunda replied, Raghunandana is my father and I am his son. This is my decision. Actually, Raghunandana is the son of Mukunda, but Mukunda is saying, he's my father because Raghunandana, one time he had just received Gayatri and Mukunda told him, I'm going on a trip, so while I'm gone, serve my deity. So then Raghunandana's mother made plate of prashadam, gave it to Raghunandana, and Raghunandana offered to the deity. But when he is a young boy, but when he went to take the plate from the altar, he saw everything was still there, and he said, what is this? He said to the deity, my mother gave me this plate to offer to you, and you haven't eaten anything. So he began to cry, and then the Lord said, all right, then don't cry, and then the Lord ate everything. Then when his mother came for the plate, and she said, where is the offering? And he said, what do you mean, where is the offering? You asked me to offer to the Lord, and he ate everything. And she said, oh, you naughty boy, it doesn't work like that. You're a rascal. You ate everything. What have you done? I asked you to offer to the deity, but you ate everything, and the Lord... But no, you asked me to offer to the Lord, and the Lord ate everything. No, it doesn't work like that. And then when Mukunda came home, his mother's, Raghunandana's mother said, just see what your boy did? I told him to offer to the deity, and he took all the prashadam, and he said the deity ate, and then Mukunda said, said to his son, "Is this so?" And he said, Raghunandan said, "Yes." And then Mukunda said, "Then show me, you can show me." So Raghunandan is offering and the deity is eating, but Mukunda couldn't see, and then he said to Raghunandan, "But you told me you would show me." And he says, "You can't see? He's eating everything. Why can't you see this?" Then Mukunda said, "Then pray to the Lord and ask him to let me see." And Raghunandan did that, and then Mukunda could see how the Lord was eating. And then Mukunda was very happy. So then, in this way, when Mahaprabhu asked, "Raghunandan is your son and you are his father, or Raghunandan is your father and you are his son?" Then Mukunda said, Raghunandan, the boy, he said, "He's my father and I'm his son." Okay. Mukunda kohe Raghunandana mora pita hoy amitara putra amara nischoy. Mukunda replied, "Raghunandan is my father and I am his son. That is my decision. That is my conclusion. Amasabar Krishna Bhakti Raghunandana hoite ateva pita Raghunandana amara nischite." All of us have attained devotion to Krishna due to Raghunandana, and therefore in my mind he is my father. Shuni harshe kohe prabhu kohile nischay jara hoite Krishna bhakti se guru hoy. Hearing Mukunda Das give this proper decision, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed it, saying, "Yes, it is correct. One who awakens devotion to Krishna is certainly the spiritual master." Bhaktera Mahima Prabhu Kohite Pai Suk Aktera Mahima Kohite Hoy Panchamuk. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy just to speak of the glories of his devotees. Indeed, when he spoke of their glories, it was as if he had 5 mouths. Bhaktaguni Kohe Shuna Mukundera Prema Niguda Nirmala Prema Jena Dagdahima. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy just to speak of the glories of his devotees. Indeed, when he spoke of their glories, it was as if he had 5 faces. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then informed all of his devotees, "Please hear about Mukunda's love of Godhead. It is very deep and pure. It is a very deep and pure love and can only be compared to purified gold. Vai Raja Vaidya Iho Kore Raja Seva Antare Krishna Prema Ihara Jani Beka Kiba." Mukunda Das externally appears to be a royal physician engaged in governmental affairs, but internally he has a deep love for Krishna. Who can understand his love? So Mukunda he's a doctor, he's a physician. Kaviraj can be a poet or a doctor. In this case, Mukunda is a doctor. And he's a doctor for the Muslim king even. He says, "Ek din mulecha raja ucha tangite chikitsara bat kohe tahara agrete." One day Mukunda Das, the royal physician, was seated with a Muslim king on a high platform and was telling the king about medical treatment. Kena kale ek mayura uchera adani raja shiro paridare ek sevaka ani. While the king and Mukunda Das were conversing, a servant brought a fan made of peacock feathers to shade the king's head from the sun. Consequently, he held the fan above the king's head. Shikipicha deke Mukunda prema vishta hoila atiucha tunga hoite bhumite parila. Just by seeing the peacock-feathered fan, Mukunda Das became absorbed in ecstatic love of God and fell from the high platform onto the ground. You just see peacock feather above the king's head. Of course, peacock feather remind him of Krishna, and by seeing this, he became absorbed in ecstatic love, and although they were on a high platform, he fell off the platform onto the ground. Rajara Jana Raja Vaidyara Hoila Amaran Apane Nimi Yatabe Koraila Chetan. The king, fearing that the royal physician had been killed, personally descended and brought him to consciousness. And brought him to consciousness. Raja Boli Vyata Tumi Paile Kontai Makunda Kohe Atibora Vyata Painai. When the king asked Mukunda, "Where is it paining you?" Mukunda replied, "I'm not very much pained." Raja Kohe Mukunda Tumi Parila Il Kilagi Mukunda Kohe Raja Mora Vyadi Achimrigi. The king then inquired, "Mukunda, why did you fall down?" Mukunda replied, "My dear king, I have a disease like epilepsy." Mahavidagdaraj se sabu jani Mukundere hoilatara mahasiragyani. Being extraordinarily intelligent, the king could understand the whole affair. In his estimation, Mukunda was a great, uncommon, exalted, liberated personality. Being extraordinarily intelligent, the king could understand the whole affair. In his estimation, Mukunda was a great, uncommon, exalted, liberated personality. Raghunandana Seva Kore Krishnara Mandire Dware Pushkarini Tara Gataru Pare Karambera Ek Bureke Furte Baramase Nitya Dui Fula Hoy Krishnara Avatamse. Raghunandan is constantly engaged in serving Lord Krishna in the temple. Beside the entrance of the temple is a lake, and on its banks is a kadamba tree, which daily delivers 2 flowers to be used for Krishna's service. It's a kadamba tree that every day gives 2 flowers. Every day, 2 flowers to be offered to the Lord. For Raghunandana's service. Mukundere kohe puna madhura vachan tomarakaya dharme dana upajan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again spoke to Mukunda with sweet words. Your duty is to earn both material and spiritual wealth, because he's a householder and he's a royal physician. So your duty is to earn money and also earn spiritual wealth. You keep your spiritual life, but you also maintaining your life as having an income. Raghunandan Karya Krishna Sevan Krishna Seva Bina Tahar Aniya Nahiman. Furthermore, it is the duty of Raghunandana to always engage in Lord Krishna's service. He has no other intention but the service of Lord Krishna. So the father, Mukunda, you can serve the Lord always by earning income and also serving the Lord. And Raghunanda has no desire for any to earn anything. Just let him always serve the Lord, engage in the service of the Lord. Narahari Rahu Amar Bhakta Gansane 18 Karya Sada Koraha Tinjane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then ordered Narahari, I wish you to remain here with my devotees. In this way, the 3 of you should always execute these three duties for the service of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu set forth three duties for the three different people. Mukunda was to earn money and follow the religious principles, whereas Narahari was to remain with the Lord's devotees. And Raghunandana was to engage in the Lord's service in the temple. So Mukunda would earn money and engage in spiritual life and like that, provide for his family and everyone. Mukunda, Raghunanda was to engage in the Lord's service in the temple, and Narahari was to serve the Lord's devotees. Thus one person worships in the temple, another earns money honestly by executing his professional duty, and yet another preaches Krishna consciousness with the devotees. Apparently these three types of service appear separate, but actually they are not. When Krishna or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the center, everyone can engage in different activities for the service of the Lord. That is the verdict of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I'm going to stop here, and then tomorrow we'll continue. Now we'll sing Hare Harai. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopa Govinda Ram Shimarusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jairupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghuna Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghuna Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jaite Vignana Shavista Puran Echai Gosai Jar Mui Taradan Kastava Pada Renu Mora Panchagan Kare Janana Sevi Bhakta Saniban Janame More Abhilan Jai Saparikara Shri Shri Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhariju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sarasri Shrimad Srila Bhakti Tilak Neri Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sarasri Shrimad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sarasri Shrimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sarasri Shrimad Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishoredas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivedanta Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Chiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavad Ki Jai. Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Vishvavarenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupad Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kusham Ashram Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Ramayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Kuladip Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Shri Purushottam Ki Jai. Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Jo Ki Jai. Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shena Sringadev Ki Jai. Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hare Bol.